My top, Tampa Bay, let's roll, it's game day, Rays on the diamond, bolts in the sky, Bucks on the goal line, Bulls ride or die, from the tailgate talk to the bright field glow, you know where to go, it's the JP Peterson Show, hey, Tampa Bay.
Happy Thursday on this historic day in Tampa Bay. That's right, it's vote day at the Tampa City Council. Yeah, baby. Woo-hoo. You ever know what's going to happen at the Tampa City Council? Pooh Shiesty might show up. Yeah, as he usually does.
Oh, Lord.
Good morning
I'd
to
have
you.
him on camera.
He might have him on camera. It's the first time we ever met Pooh Shiesty. Good morning to you, IndyCar Tim. It's a big day here in Tampa Bay. How you doing?
It is a big day out in Tampa, JP, and I've got my fingers crossed for everybody, for baseball fans in the area, and for the city and for the county. What a wonderful deal this would be for growth, for revenue, for all of it. I can't imagine this not happening.
Yeah, I'm just so sad, though. I'm so sad, Timmy, that we also have to deal with something else today.
Uh-oh.
The Pro Bowl is no more.
I should have prepared taps.
The Pro Bowl. You know, we grew up with that visions of guys running around with stars on in Hawaii, and we're all wearing leis. Oh, it was such a celebration, and now it's just flag football. And then they just said, fuck it. It's just terrible.
You know what killed the Pro Bowl, JP? I put a lot of thought into
The Pro Bowl.
Which means I spent about 12 seconds as you were talking about it, thinking about it. You know what killed the Pro Bowl? Player salaries killed the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Because back when the Pro Bowl meant something,
yeah,
I cherished a free trip to Hawaii. Like that was a big deal for them and their family.
Absolutely.
And then the bonus check that you get for making the Pro Bowl from your team, from the league, that was a huge deal. Nowadays, nobody cares about that. I can go to Hawaii whenever I want.
Yeah.
But what's the big deal? And the game itself changed, so
it was just a totally different dynamic, different dynamic. So, but anyway, we're here to talk about the Rays and the vote today coming up in the City Council. Even though the portion of what the city is putting in is turned into this absolutely minuscule part. There it is. There we go. Public comment has begun. I've gotten some reports from down there. Big O is supposed to jump in around 11 o'clock, so we might see the big brown Cuban in the background there. Can't miss him. But the word is down there that it's kind of a mixed bag as we expected. There's some for, there's against. Already heard a little bit of public comment. So we'll keep you posted on everything. What the chairman has told us, Alan Clendenin told me last night, we put it out on socials, that they're going to try to take care of all the other city business and then get to the Rays around 11 o'clock for public comment. And then they'll take a quick lunch break. He's ordering lunch in. We got that intel yesterday. He did not tell us where he's ordering from, but Eddie and Sam's Pizza might be a good bet.
Yeah.
There might be a few boxes showing up there today if you're in the waiting room. So that's going to happen around lunch, and then there'll be more public comment, which I'm going to try to get down there around, as soon as we get off of here. We're heading on down there, and then the vote may come around 2 o'clock, I believe he said. So it won't happen during the show unless something crazy happens and the public comment is just very little and they get right to it, but I don't anticipate that happening. So they got the CRA portion to go, so we got everybody watching it. We'll let you know if anything pops up. But I did get a couple of messages this morning, and it all looks good.
So far, so good?
A little pregnant pause there for you. Did I get you?
Don't say pregnant. That gives me.
Yeah, I reached out to a few people this morning, said, how we feeling, how we looking? They said, looks good. Everybody's confident. Bill Carlson was on social media yesterday saying a lot of stuff. I talked to him, I think, twice yesterday on the phone. The opposition is coming hard. The opposition is coming really, really hard. They're flooding their email boxes. They're, threatening their funding, everything. They're pulling out all the stops. But as I told Bill, I said it must be tremendous pressure on you. They've never had an issue like this, man. They've never had an issue that's grabbed this much attention and put so much attention on them. Even though they've had some weighty decisions, they'll have one next week. There's a $100 million stormwater deal coming down the pike next week that they're going to be working on, and they still don't have.
Certainly, you can't have both, right? Certainly, you can't have both.
I think we can do both. I think we can clear the water and build a stadium. It's funny because other places do it, Timmy. I don't know how they do it, and they even have like fire trucks that work. Yeah. I don't know. So I'm very confident it's going to get done, but I am prepared. Either way, I've prepared either way. I have my Rays jersey here, as you see, and then if it doesn't go our way, number one bullshit is in the back chamber. So either way, when I walk out of there today, I will have my voice hurt.
Either way.
Look at that. That is that's one of the most beautiful shirts ever. Number one bullshit shirt. Way to go, Cooch. His greatest quote of his hockey career was that number one bullshit.
Got to do it with the accent too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm very confident that this is going to get done. So let's enjoy the day. I'm going to talk a little bit about the deal and a lot of things that have happened in the last 24 hours. Some very positive things. It's some negative things that have popped up that I think were kind of just laughable. Lynn Hertek put out a video yesterday. By the way, I'm getting a little bit of feedback. I don't know where it's coming from in my voice, but
I will check.
Might be me. I don't think so though. So there's just absolutely so many things happening on social media, and I just had to get off last night at some point. It's just people coming at me, and it's one thing I don't understand. Well, I get it because they're just really negative, angry people for the most part. As I said yesterday, almost every time you look at an opposition person and you go to their profile, it's the same dude, same woman, same everything. Their entire feed is full of negative stuff. They don't, they're not happy about anything. They're mad at the world. They hate everybody. They build nothing. You look at the people in opposition in politics, it's the same thing. Obstructionists, they build nothing. They just tear down. And that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build up, make a future for so many of our neighbors, 12,000 jobs, 30,000 construction jobs. We know all the numbers by now. We've committed to them by heart. And what an incredible opportunity this is, and to be an economic driver. Heck, even John Romano in the Times in the past 24 hours, their CEO wrote, I thought, a really good op-ed piece about it's not a perfect deal, but it's a really good deal, and everyone should vote for it. When the Times is doing that, the way they've covered this with the misinformation and everything else that they put out along the way, for them to put that out, I thought was shocking and stunning and welcomed, but also what's kind of what we've said the whole time. When you finally get down to looking at the deal and cut out all the bullshit, it's a great deal. It's a fantastic deal for Tampa Bay. And that's why 10 cities are lining up to do it. That's why there are 50 of these mixed-use projects around the world right now, either recently completed or under construction with a sports anchor tenant. Because when the Braves did what they did, they set off a wildfire across all municipalities because they saw how much money they could bring in. All these municipalities struggle with budgets. They all struggle with budgets. If they stopped, wasting and getting defrauded, it wouldn't be as hard, but they all struggle. So they're always looking for revenue generators. And when they saw what the Braves did, everybody was like, wow, holy shit, this really works. It's not just for baseball season. We can create something iconic that people come to all year round and spend lots of money and bring it from outside of our county or state or city area. That's what really, really helps municipalities when they can get that outside money. Money just going around the city really, it doesn't really help for the future and things that need to get fixed. You got to get extra revenue. And so everybody's looking for opportunities like this. And folks, the opposition to this has waned because they've run out of, every time one argument gets shot down like Wostall's, they just move the goalpost to the next one. And then you shoot that down, and but they keep bringing it up, and some of it can sound very convincing. Oh, why do we need to give billionaires money? Why can't they build it themselves? Yes, they can. Why would you? When there's 10 cities waiting to give you billions of dollars, why would you? The question, that is a false narrative and a false question. The question is it worth investing in, and what do we get back, and does it work for us? And when you look at the deal, it's overwhelmingly yes. Overwhelmingly yes. The Rays unveiled their community benefits package yesterday. Stuff they've been talking about for months and months, but put it in writing, and they wanted to drop it right before the votes because they've been working on it and up to this point. And Ken Babby says this, or the document says this. According to the document, 65% of the community benefits provided through the team's community benefit plan will be directed to Hillsborough County, 35% going to the city of Tampa, even though the city of Tampa's contribution is more like 3%. That's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal, city. And there's still people voting no. Lynn Hertak put out a video yesterday citing all this J.C. Bradbury data from the last 30 years of the bad stadium deals. And there were bad stadium deals. This deal and the modern stadium deals are completely different. But she sounds very convincing for the rubes that she's talking to. Sophisticated, intelligent people will just laugh at her. And also this other false narrative that's out there, we're rushing it through. We're rushing it through, Timmy. We've been negotiating this for 6 months. Other municipalities, Atlanta got it done in 2.5 months in the negotiations. Plano got it done in a week. Most municipalities get it done within a couple months because a lot of the work is done ahead of time, and a lot of the work was done ahead of time for this. The Rays were talking to Hillsborough County and the city long before they started the actual negotiations. They had a framework, and the MOU has drastically changed in favor of the public because your elected officials, Bill Carlson, Alan Clendenin, Luis Vieira, Nia Young, the ones that are voting yes, they dug into the numbers and they asked questions and they demanded things for their constituents, and the Rays gave it to them. That's called negotiation. Same on the county side. Bonnie Weiser's done a fantastic job on this, and Ken Hagan. Ken Hagan has said from the very beginning, but nobody ever wants to listen, we are going to protect the taxpayers. There's not going to be any new taxes in this deal whatsoever, and he was absolutely true to his pledge. So to sit here and say we need more time is complete and utter bullshit. But what about property taxes? Either way that vote goes, you still need money in revenue. If you lose the property tax money, you need something like this even more. That's just economics and facts. That's not opinion. So there's no need that we're rushing this through, because why are you saying that, Lynn Hertak? Because it gives the illusion that the Rays are trying to get over on you. Oh, yeah, they're trying to get over on you. Spending $1.4 billion, 62% of the stadium cost, and guaranteeing cost overruns. Oh, yeah, they're really. The last deal in St. Pete that the Times and everybody else thought was so good, Stu Sternberg was going to spend $700 million, and he was getting most of that in the property he was given. And you all thought that was a great deal. This is so much better because it's so much bigger and will produce so much more back to the taxpayers. And the community benefits. I don't know if this sounds good. Workforce development opportunities, which the team previously mentioned as a benefit for Hillsborough College, also promised. Veterans and disabled veterans engagement, expanded family ticket and community access programs, public safety and labor engagement, health and wellness and inclusive recreation, community advisory governance structure, youth sports development, and community fields. All of this comes with it. It doesn't just stop at, hey, we're just going to put $1.4 billion. $1.4 billion, the most ever a baseball ownership group has put into a stadium by far. By far. Plus all the community benefits that come along with it. It's an absolute no-brainer. And I'm glad that the folks at the Times have finally come around to that. But the opposition has remained very vocal, and a lot of it, I think, is coming from other markets that are hoping that this fails. So it's not going to fail. I'm extremely confident it passes today, and I think the county will do their deal tomorrow, and it'll all take place, and we'll be partying here tomorrow night, my friend. So looking forward to that. By the way, if you missed it, so we will be there today. The Big O's are already down there. He's going to call in from the meeting if he can. Then I'm going to go over there for the vote today. We'll be there tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning, go to the county meeting. We will be able to speak at that meeting, I believe. And then we'll have our show coming up at noon to 2 o'clock. Ken Hagan has said he will join us on the show. Not exactly sure when that vote will be made from a time standpoint. And then tomorrow night, starting at 6:30 for all our members and our would-be members. So basically everyone's invited, but we're going to talk to you about becoming a subscriber when you get here. You're going to get the sales pitch because you're going to enjoy Kingmakers, what we have here. We'll have the golf simulator going. We'll have the studio open. We got the sports ball. We'll be watching the Buccaneers, Jags. By the way, we'll get the Bucs here in just a little bit. And we're watching the Rays and the Padres will be on as well. And we'll be celebrating the forever home of the Rays. Or we'll be talking about number one bullshit.
Really, really pissed.
Yeah. And if that happens, we will sit here and bitch and moan 100%. Yeah. All right. So Timmy's keeping an eye on the city council. If anything were to break, we will have it for you. I want to get to a couple comments here early on because we love you guys and we thanks so much for coming in. Wow, we got lots of comments already coming in today. Yes, Danny Boy is our man on the spot today. Says CRA meeting starts at 10. Right now, the public comment is the Tampa City regular agenda. So we'll keep an eye on that. Joe D is watching the city council as well. Seen a few Rays shirts in the council chambers. Let's go. What else we got?
Yeah, there's a bunch of Rays jerseys and T-shirts as I see as I'm looking.
You see it? All right, good job.
Yeah.
Rick says, will anyone bring Charlie his applesauce for lunch? They're ordering in, so yes.
JP, I don't know who this guy is, but if he's for the
Pooh
vote,
Shiesty?
Is that Pooh Shiesty? I don't know, but he kind of scares me. So I'm
He's
like
got his
whatever he
earbud
says,
in.
I'm pretty much doing.
Yeah. Hey, he is. It's a serious man right there.
He is.
I think that is Pooh Shiesty, yeah. I think he's, yeah. Yes, R.I.P. the Pro Bowl. First Dolly, now this. We all know who would win that popularity contest. Yeah.
Dolly versus the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Rick says losing the Pro Bowl is probably a concession for 18-game schedule. Also, who wants a free trip to Orlando? That's when it got ruined. When they moved it from Hawaii to Orlando, everybody's like, "What? Hell to the no!" Because first of all, they're like, "Oh shit!" Now the family's going to want to come, and I got to take them to Disney.
Yeah,
it's like no. That was just a horrible idea. Bucks Basement says, do we trust Bowles when it comes to saying injuries are not a big deal because the past says otherwise? All right, let's quickly switch over to the Buccaneers, who made a bounce back yesterday against the Jags, but notably, they weren't in pads yesterday. So, and I did watch the Rondé Barber show. Rondé watched tape of the day one practices in pads, and he said it was a little overblown from the negative side, in his opinion. He saw a lot of those passes that were caught he thought would have been sacks. So we got to take that with a grain of salt. But when your quarterback comes out and says you got out physical, and Godwin basically says the same thing, it was a disappointing performance. And yeah, we expect you to bounce back. My problem is, why were you so flat and dead in the first one? It's like when they showed up last year for must-win games against the Miami Dolphins and Panthers and Saints and couldn't win and get into the playoffs. That's just and showed up flat in those games in some of them. That's just not that is a bad sign. I know it's practice. I know it's the dog days of training camp, but if the Jaguars can get up for it, why can't you? Why can't you be mentally tough enough to go out there and meet force with force and be as intense as they were? But, bouncing back on day two without pads, I think is a bit of a hollow victory. But it was nice to see Ted Hurst smoking Terrence Hunter or Travis Hunter a little bit. That was nice.
Yeah.
And Ted Hurst is just, I mean, to me, he's been the star of training camp. There've been a lot of good, positive things. Obviously, Rueben Bain, but we expected that from Bain. And by the way, his injury, which Buck's Basement is talking about, the word is it's just a bruised shoulder. Put some ice on it. No big deal. Being super cautious, as they should be. And he'll sit out. He's certainly not going to play on Friday night, I wouldn't think. So I don't think it's a big deal. Obviously, any injury at this point, you hope it doesn't linger, and they all tend to, but he's a young kid. He'll be fine. I don't think it's a big deal at this point. But to your point, Buck's Basement, we don't always get – Dr. Bowles is not always as accurate as we would hope him to be. And the other part about it is injuries are – yeah, they're hard to really pinpoint sometimes. Alejandro says, we are here, boys. Jimmy and I are here for us, Petermans, and we're going to get this deal done. Nice win for the Rays yesterday with Freddy looking good with 6 innings of shutout baseball. Let's go, Rays. Yeah, how about Freddy Peralta yesterday? You know, we said after Snyder can get his hands into him, it would take a few starts, right? Well, guess what? Yesterday, 32% of his pitches were changeups. That's up about 25% from his usual. And he had 57% whiff rate on those changeups. It was devastating. And his velocity on his fastball ticked up a little bit as well, which is interesting. So he looked fantastic. 2 hits, 6 innings. That's what we hope to get from Peralta. And if he can build on that, continue to build on that, because his stuff was really good, really good. I think he only gave up, 2 hits? That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Now, the offense still, they win 3-0. They can't muster, and they had lots of opportunities. Honestly, for me, the offense has been really more of lack of timely hitting. They've been, they've been getting hits. They've been getting guys on base. Hell, Chandler's on base all the time. They just can't get them in. So I think that offense still concerns me. Hopefully they'll get something. When Mesa comes back, he hit a home run last night at rehab. So hopefully he'll get back, bring a little bit more pop to the order. It's the offense that bugs me. But Peralta doing what he did yesterday. The defense came back and played a good game. They go 3-3 on the road trip. Not too shabby. Still up 3.5 in the of the Yankees. So that's all good. That's all good. And now we'll get this done here today. A couple other comments coming in. Buck Skull Game says, where can we get this shirt? What, the number 1 bullshit shirt? Oh, that's our boys over at Smack Apparel. And that was from the last Stanley Cup, so that was 4 years ago. I don't know if they still make them. They probably do. Check their website, Smack Apparel. It's probably there. One of their most popular items for sure. Joe Dabrowski says Lynn Hertek was just awful and got caught by the misinformation. Yeah, that video, first of all, it looks like a hostage video. Just
kind of like your stream from the hotel room.
Yes. I mean, it's just, but I mean, not to be just if you're not telegenic and you don't come off well, don't do a video. Don't do that. I mean, you just look silly. I'm sure she got a lot of views though. Tampa Chris EV says the council members that vote no don't see the big picture future of the city. No, as we talked about yesterday in my very impassioned plea of if you want to go see me really lose my shit, go back to yesterday's monologue. I'm a little less emotional today. It's all politics, bro. And the city side. It's all politics. Every one of those guys on the dais or women on that dais know this is a fantastic deal. Hertek is voting no because she thinks it will distinguish herself in the mayoral race. And you could tell that by the ridiculous video that she put out that made no sense using 30-year-old data. You're just grasping for straws at this point because you want to vote no. Guido Maniscalco just sits there and says nothing about anything because he's terrified of losing his job and thinks that if he votes no, that his constituents will keep him in office. That may be true. He knows his people better than I, his district. it seemed it might skew that way. But I think at this point, everybody knows what a fantastic deal this is, and you look like a buffoon voting no. History will not favor you well. And then Charlie Miranda's just it's just an embarrassment and a joke. And he doesn't understand the deal, is going to vote no on it. Like he said, I vote no on everything. I'm not going to spend any money at all. I mean, it's a
what
joke.
Do you do, pocket it all? Is it going to your yacht that you don't know how to drive?
Yeah, I don't know. But those that's your opposition. And then you got Wostall on the county, who has, from the very beginning, been a complete circus show, telling everybody, what does he tell us, Timmy? If we want to support this deal, may God have
support this deal,
mercy.
JP. I'm trying to get there. Hang on.
Sorry. I mean, when you hear that coming out of a politician's mouth, you just got to say, okay, what's really going on here? What's really going on here?
There's our masterminds at work.
All right, online public comment. Oh God, we get people can come on from their basement. Oh my Lord.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Local access TV.
Yeah, Bucks Skull Game says they only care about the Bucks and the Lightning. That's what council. Yeah, well, and that's why the Rays from the very beginning, their entire process was, we're going to knock their socks off. We're going to give them a deal that's so freaking good they can't say no. They can't say no. And again, the only reason this became a 4-3 vote is because of politics. And the politics are still going on behind the scenes, by the way. And they're trying to get Carlson, and this is how I read it. They're trying to set the mayor's office in Carlson are just constantly going at it, and Clendenin, and just the city. It's like Trump and a Democratic Congress. That's what it is. It's just like nothing is going to get accomplished. They hate each other. Neither one can let the other one get a victory, because that gives credence to the other side. It doesn't matter how good it is for the American people or the city of Tampa. This is just always going to be, because it's about the mayoral race. Carlson wants to be mayor. Mayor Castor, Mayor Buckhorn are aligned. So they want to make each other look bad. That's what it is. And Carlson finally got in and got some stuff done for his constituents. Great. Then the mayor wanted to take it out. We'll put it back in, take it out. The mayor's office does the posting of the documents. Then the Rays were like, what are we doing? No, we already agreed to that. Put it back in, blah, 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 blah. Back and forth we go. That's why when Hurtak complains, we haven't seen the deal. It's because they're monkeying around with it. The deal's been done since last week, and everything was agreed to. Well before the deadline, by the way. So there's a lot of shenanigans going on, and I think a lot of this opposition is trying to make Carlson vote no, forcing him to vote no. And they want him to vote no, because then he will be the guy that sent the Rays to Orlando, and he'll never win another election in the history of elections. So it's like, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. In the end, it's the deal. Is it a good deal? Is it a bad deal? It's an overwhelmingly good deal. And if you lose this opportunity, I mean, God help us all. God help us all. If we lose this opportunity. And I don't think that's going to happen, because it would be such a catastrophic thing economically and from a public relations standpoint.
Tampa would be a laughing stock.
Yes, a laughing stock, 100%. Yeah. And I think they've come to get that. But what else do we have here? KC Eagles says public funding. Kansas lawmakers approved the financing package utilizing star bonds to cover roughly 60% to 70% of the core costs, amounting to an estimated $1.8 billion. How much are the Rays covering? The Rays are covering 62%, $1.4 billion. A much better deal. And by the way, they got that deal done, in 2 months? 2 months?
Like most municipalities do.
Yeah. Yeah, as he says, most of the new stadium projects, public funding is way more than what the Rays are asking for. Absolutely. The Atlanta deal was about 55% to the public side. Yeah, 55% to the public side. Somebody asked you to turn up the volume, David Terry. I don't know if that's on my side.
I mean, I don't really have the ability to turn up David's volume on his phone or his computer, but we're at max capacity here.
Yeah. I think I might have something I can do. We'll do that in the break. All right. In fact, we will take a break. We'll come back. We're going to listen in to see what's going on at the Tampa City Council. We'll come back. We're going to talk some Buccaneers here as we get a little bit closer to the Bucs.
I bet you he wanted me to turn up the volume on the city council meeting is what he was talking about.
Oh,
I bet that's what it was.
Well, when we get to something interesting, when we get to some of the public comment, we'll turn it up for sure. We'll listen in to see what's going on for sure. Hey, we are brought to you by the great folks at Pitch Roofing. They got the Pitch Portal now, your personal pitch portal. If you go with them for your roof, you never have to call in or go find your manager, your job manager, anything like that. All the information is right there on your own personal account on the website, pictures of what's going on, who's doing the job, if you do need to get in touch with them, what time they're going to be there. All that stuff is right there. So you'll have it at your fingertips, and you could do it at 11 o'clock at night if you want to and go find out the information. It's one of the great things that they do at Pitch Roofing to put the customers first in so many ways. They stand behind their work. They are licensed and insured. They're not going anywhere. Most of the roofers are hit and miss. So make sure you go get your free estimate at pitchroofing.com. Even if you don't think you need a roof, they'll come over, look at it, see if there's any damage, and give you an idea how much life you got left on that roof and what the plan is. And if there is a hurricane, they'll discuss how that whole deal works as well, and you'll get on their preferred client program, and you'll know who your roofer is. You don't have to go search for them. Pitchroofing.com. Back in 3.
Pitch roofing done right.
Well, we know there are roofing scammers everywhere. So for ultimate transparency, my friends at Pitch Roofing built something called the Pitch Partner Portal. And it is live right now at partner.pitchroofing.com. See, when you roof with Pitch, you're not just a customer, you are a partner. Every partner gets a private account. You can see your entire project in one place, where it stands, your documents, photos, your balance, and your team. You want an answer at 11 o'clock at night? It's all right there. They also built a free roofing calculator in-house on that same site, so you can get an estimate. And unlike these other websites, you don't have to talk to anyone if you don't want to, and they do not sell your information to other companies. You are never turned into a lead. It all stays with Pitch. Now, right now, the portal is open to all of their Tampa Bay area partners, and Delray Beach, Orlando, the Villages are coming soon. So if you've been thinking about your roof, start at pitchroofing.com or call 727-67-PITCH. That's 727-677-4824. Transparency right in your pocket. That, folks, is roofing done right.
Pitch roofing done right.
Spring means a time of renewal and Rays baseball, and the folks at Italiano Insurance want to welcome the Rays to Tampa and remind you it's time to renew those insurance policies with the now famous Italiano Insurance Checkup. Let the experienced and friendly agents shop your policy for the best price and coverage. Famous for saving me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year and over $500 on our homeowners. Now that's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Costs less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a big whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with the all-star agents at Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Go Rays! Hey guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch, and everything is handmade, and the wings are big, and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. From I do to I still do. The Golden Diamond Source is there for you at every special moment in your lives. Yes, I went shopping there for my engagement ring, and it's not actually family, but it sure feels like family with Julie and Steve Weintraub, great philanthropists here in the Tampa Bay area. They've been doing this business for over 40 years. Thousands of customers have bought that perfect ring at the Golden Diamond Source. No matter what your budget is, they will guide you through your first diamond purchase to upgrading your Golden Diamond Source diamond at 100% of its value for a bigger, better diamond. 100% of your diamond's value. You can't get that anywhere else. Enjoy their beautiful, relaxing bridal salon and select for the most extensive collection of diamond engagement rings anywhere. Wedding bands, anniversary rings, it's all there. Go see them at the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Omerton Road, and please tell them JP sent you. Just over the bridge from Tampa Bay, it's the easiest place to shop for that perfect diamond. JP here for Genesis of Tampa, and as you know, I purchased a GV70, a 2023, about 3 months ago. Just had the service done, the valet service. They came here to the studio, picked up the car while I was doing the show, went and serviced it, brought it back like I never even knew it was gone. And if I needed it, they bring me a loaner as well. The service is absolutely incredible. The car, been driving it for a while, and I could not love it more. The performance, the luxury, the looks you get, it's pretty cool. It's a GV70. Right now, they have a lease starting at $329 for the GV70, at $369 for the bigger GV80. You've got to go test drive these cars, folks. I'm telling you, the value that you get for the money, it feels like the absolute top of the line, and it is, but it's a fraction of the cost. You got to go test drive them. Tell them JP sent you. 801 East Bears Avenue, just off of 275. You will not regret it. Genesis of Tampa.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by Cafe Paradiso. I was there last night. Cafe Paradiso was packed, as usual, always is, with all of the movers and shakers from around Tampa hanging out, celebrating something, talking about something else, eating lasagna. Oh, you know, Timmy, I got the lasagna. Very happy with it. I loved it.
You always do.
My buddy Chris got the veal parm with the pasta on the side. Oh,
yeah,
so good.
I had the veal piccata when I was there, and I'm still tasting it.
I had a little FOMO. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Excellent meal. But when you're with dudes though, you can't go, hey, can I get a bite of that? That's no. You know, that's not
Although me and you and Johnny shared pretty well.
On the man code, you can't ask your fellow dude, hey, can I get a bite of that? You just can't do that. But I wanted to. I really did. Like, trade out a little bit, go halvesies.
I don't know if you can call it that, but you can do it.
You definitely not with your guy friends.
No.
Halvesies?
Hey, JP, you want to go halvesies on the lasagna?
We kind of did that. Remember, we ordered the lasagna as an appetizer.
We did.
Yeah, split it all up. Yeah.
I don't think we called it that, though.
Fabulous meal last night at Cafe Paradiso. Right there on South McDill. Go to Open Table, get a reservation. Number 3 on Open Table of your traditional Italian restaurants. Number 1 in my heart. Absolutely, 100%. All right, what's going on with the city? Want to pop it up real quick? See what's happening? We still in city business?
Yeah.
Well, you got Pooh Shiesty talking about. What are we doing here? Oh, we're talking about attorneys and all the. I can't hear anything anyway. So, all right, we're not.
I mean, I can do volume whenever you want volume. I can turn volume up on it.
Yeah, I can see that there's nothing going on that's Rays related there. So
nope, not yet.
We'll get back to what we're talking about, which is. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the Rays on the field last night as they get another dub. And I mentioned Peralta, and there's plenty of help on the way. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, that it looks like Fraley is going to be activated soon or could be activated soon. But as we talked about, not sure that we want Fraley. Because, frankly, Victor Mesa Jr. has been so much better, and his defense is so much better than Fraley's, that you get the power bat. What you really want is Mesa Jr. back. And he hit a home run last night, so he looks like he's ready to go. Get that back. And then Melton could be a late add in September. He's been healthy. He's healthy now. He's playing at AAA, so that's hopefully a guy that we could get back as well and add a little pop to this lineup. And we got Manny Rodriguez back as well, who pitched the other day, struck out the side, struck out 3 guys, and looked fantastic. Not as good as he's going to be, but looked really, really good. So I'm very, very, very excited to see what September holds for this baseball team. They got the Padres coming in this weekend. We could get the vote done tomorrow. Padres this weekend. They're very much in contention. Really good baseball team. Fernando Tatis worth the price of admission as well.
Yeah.
So they'll be in here for the weekend, but hopefully they can get a good homestand going and put the hammer down and start getting some distance between themselves and the Yankees. Toasted Turnip says Yankee carpetbaggers are meddling, a tale as old as time. Yeah, that's just something that came in yesterday. The Koch brothers and their big lobbying firm came in against this deal. I don't know why, but probably because they're representing another market that wants to get the Rays. That's my thought. Again, nothing to do with how good the deal is here. Alan Scott says, looking forward to the Orlando Dreamers shutting the fuck up about the Rays relocating to Orlando. That's going to be one of the great byproducts of this, as they're still holding on. You know, some of these DBs on social media are like, oh, see, look, the council's wavering. The council's wavering. James Rexroot says, how do I watch the council meeting, JP? Timmy, you want to tell him or should I?
Don't watch it. Watch us. That's what I would say.
Exactly. Number one, we'll keep you posted. If you want to keep it on another, in this day and age, my friend, just Google it, ChatGPT, and that'll give you the links right there. So I don't even have to give them to you. But you can go to the City Council website. You can go to YouTube, type in Tampa City Council. A lot of different ways to find it. Come on, people.
Or you can just wait for us to tell you what's important. That's
that too, because we're covering everything else. The Gamer Man, one of our VIP Peterman, says, can't wait to see you tomorrow, JP, at the courthouse. Same here, brother. Then I hope to see you over here for the party later on. By the way, if you guys are coming, please email me, JP at the JPPetersonShow.com. You don't have to say anything nice or anything. Just say I'm in. That's good. So we can get a kind of number on who's going to show up. We put the invite out yesterday, Timmy, and it was starting to be shared over the internet. So I'm a little concerned now.
Oh,
how
no.
many people are going to show up.
You have a fire code max capacity there?
No, but
is it like 7 people?
Away. No, we could fit it. We could fit a good 100 people in here, I think.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But it might be more than that. I mean, celebration will be on. Come watch the Buccaneers have some free beer and pizza.
Charging admission.
Yeah.
Hey, in order for you guys to get entry, you've got to go to my YouTube channel and sign up for a subscription, and then we'll let you in. Yeah, that's how that works. By the way, YouTube giving away free subscriptions too. Yeah. The first subscription is free, I believe. It depends. Although I think that it depends on what your status is. If you've already subscribed to somebody, I think they offer that to you. I'm not exactly sure, so that's not open to everybody, but it's open to a lot of people. So check it out. Which OnlyFans would do that?
Well, I think you have enough of those memberships, subscriptions.
Where my money goes.
Tampa Chris EV says, is the MLB commissioner going to be there today? See those reserve seats up front? I don't know that. I don't know. But the public comment's going to start here at about 11 o'clock. So around that time. And that's when I think probably you'll see some big hitters start showing up in the front reserve seats. How about if Manfred comes in, sits in the front row?
Well, do the city council members know who he is? Like the negative, like, are they going to even know who that is? Are they going to be intimidated?
Will be going, where's Kennesaw Mountain Landis? Where's the big? I heard the baseball commissioner's here. This Kennesaw, he and I used to hang out down at Ybor. Yeah.
I don't want the Black Sox in my city.
I haven't seen him in years. Who's this Manfred fella you're talking about?
Oh, God, that would be hysterical.
Oh, all right. What else we got going on here? Tampa Bay Swag says, I'm so nervous, dog. I kind of woke up with a nervous stomach myself this morning. And I don't know if it was something might have been that cereal I had this morning, or the milk. I don't know.
Was the milk bad?
Could have been the milk. I don't know. But I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it, I think. But it may be that. It may be just stress. So I'm with you, dog. But, those people I talked to this morning assured me that everything should go well. But, again, it's the city council, so we don't know. Yeah, Danny Boy said, hadn't seen Babby there as of yet. I think he'll be coming in a little bit later on when he gets to the race point. Please. Yeah, there's no reason for them to be around for, Pooh Shiesty asking for reparations. James Rector said, because we have the worst head coach in all of professional sports, Todd Bowles.
I don't know if he's the worst, but.
No, he's certainly not the worst. But I think the closer we get to the season, the more questions are asked. But we kind of put that on the back burner, right? But then when that shows up on Tuesday, when you show up flat to a practice like that, and I know it's practice and it's training camp and all that, but the great teams don't do that. The well-coached teams don't do that. They're ready every time. They're prepared. So I think it ain't the worst thing in the world that's happened, but I just think it's a bad sign. It's a bad sign. Yeah. But we'll see. Nothing matters until Cincinnati, baby. Somebody asked if Chris Palermo is going to be there. Unfortunately, the madman will not be there today. He's a lawyer, so you might find that shocking. But unfortunately, our cleanup hitter is not going to be there today or tomorrow because he's got actual hearings in the morning and he can't make it. But hopefully he'll be able to stop by for the celebration party. Yeah. Luckily for the other side, he's not going to. Luckily for Charlie, because, boy, Palermo went after Charlie, boy. Did he ever. Jimmy J. Voyager says, we're here fighting the good fight in person. Let's get it done, JP. Let's go. Yes. Thank you guys for showing up.
Right now they are on item 59, Strategic Business Development Ordinance. That's what we're talking about right now.
Hey, Zach Killy asked an interesting question. When do you think Kucherov news will happen? The new contract? I don't know. I have no real feeling on that. My guess is probably like right before the season. It's going to be interesting because, man, some of the salaries of the premier players in the NHL are way above what he's making. The salary cap's going up. I get it. I don't know how much discount he's going to be offering, but he's never been paid at the top of the ladder. But he does live in Florida, so there's that. So I don't know. They'll get it done. He ain't going anywhere. Danny Boy says Tampa Bay swag. I'm not there, so I don't know. I would suspect he would be in terms of Palermo, but he's not coming. What is this? JP ripping on Timmy made me mad yesterday. Did I rip on you yesterday?
Not that I remember.
Or is there another Tim I ripped on yesterday?
Might have been another Timmy.
Yeah.
It makes me mad if there's more than one Timmy on this show, though. I'm supposed to be the Timmy of the show.
That's right. That's the only Timmy.
I don't remember you ripping on me for anything.
I don't think so. Casey Eagle says, if it's all politics, is Bill Carlson using the Rays deal to be the next mayor? Of course he is. Do we not know that?
Well, sure. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yes. Yes. He was originally a no and then became a yes and then negotiated with Babby to get what he wanted. And he should be a yes. Now, unless the mayor's office goes and changes what he wanted that the Rays and Carlson agreed on, which they're the ones who prepared the documents. So that's why the documents were late. That's why they were, there's shenanigans going on because they want to make him look bad.
Oh, so JP, whoever this gentleman is speaking at the podium right now.
Yeah.
Apparently his phone keeps going off, and Alan Clendenin just read him the riot act that he's about to be removed if he doesn't silence his phone.
Why would you not silence your phone?
And Danny Boy just commented, "Do silence your phones." Clendenin warned the audience.
Clendenin
was doing this too to the guy. He was doing the same finger.
Now Naya's going to go after him. Like, I'm in a meeting. We're in a board meeting yesterday, and somebody has their phone on, and it goes and it rings. Okay, you forgot. Turn it off. No, and it's every notification is buzzing in the meeting. And it's one of the, and it wasn't even like it was like a weird buzz too, with like ding ding ding, ding ding ding. And like, at what point do you not turn the damn thing off? We're in a board meeting. Nobody wants to hear all your notifications coming in.
Nobody cares who you're
Christmas.
texting you.
And by the way, there's somebody in the press box too. Somebody in the press box.
Oh, that's the worst.
That has their notifications on. Ding. Ding.
Like, I don't even let my phone vibrate in the press box. It's all, yeah.
Like, this year, I'm not going to put up. I'm going to politely go down to the first row and say, turn the notifications off.
And it's always the first row people, too.
Yeah, we all know you're getting notifications, okay? Turn them off. We don't want to hear them. Come on now. Come on, people. And then in the grocery store yesterday, speakerphone. I don't want to hear your conversation. Why is your conversation on speakerphone in the grocery store? Now, thankfully, in shocking development, it was in Spanish. I love my Latino friends. So we laugh about this all the time with Big O. It was like, why are you guys so loud on the phone in public places? Why are you so loud? I don't know. I'm like, come on now. Alan Scott says none of these rubes will be the next mayor. Bob Buckhorn will return. It's a lock. That's the other part about it. Like, Lynn Hertek's playing politics with this thing. She's polling at 2% or whatever. You got no shot. None.
2%.
And you're like, oh, and you're going to screw this deal up and vote no.
You could poll higher than 2%.
I don't know. This maybe is a little bit of an exaggeration, but
still,
she's way behind. Way behind. She ain't going to be the mayor. I mean, come on. But we're going to play politics with this. Good God.
James wants to know why I don't have my Rays merch. Because I don't have Rays merch, James.
Oh.
Somebody was supposed to send me some Rays stuff. I forget who it was now, and I never got anything, or I'd be wearing it today for you for sure.
Who could that possibly be that would forget to send you the merch? I have no idea.
Just never got it.
If you want something sent in the mail, you know who to ask. And it ain't me.
Right.
Ashley handles that. She handles all that.
Well,
stuff.
no, it wasn't you. It was the Peterman. One of the Petermans said he was going to send me a hat and a jersey, and I never.
That's right. I do remember that.
Remember that? Yeah, and I don't remember who it was, but I never got it.
I thought you were calling me out because I'm sure I sent you a hat too, but I fucked up. I'll send you a hat. Abby told me to send you a hat, so I got to send you a hat.
Oh, okay.
Dale DeBello says, remember how controversial the Bucks, I think that meant stadium was? How well did that work out? Really well. He's absolutely right. I mean, there was the battle to build a stadium, and this actually went to a referendum, went to the people, and there was a lot of money spent on both sides. I wasn't here for it, but I from afar, I remember it and have seen lots of reports on it, and it was ugly. It got ugly like this, and it passed 51-49. It was the CIT bill, and they had to attach fire stations, police, and all this other stuff to it to get it to pass. Because just in general, I just don't think the general public understands how complex these deals are. It's for people that are running government and that know what the economics are and what they need. And so when people said they wanted to put this up for a vote, I'm like, no, it's not. I don't think that's a good idea at all. But you can, the polling shows 60 to 65% of the people want it. Problem is, all those people don't show up to vote.
Yeah. JP, you were talking percentages. What percentage the Rays are paying of this, or the city is paying for this whole thing, or potentially paying for this whole thing? Somebody in the comments asked me what percentage the city of Arlington paid for the Cowboys and the Rangers, and I can't find the comment now, so I apologize for not knowing who it was that asked that. So the Cowboy Stadium was $1.2 billion. The city of Arlington paid $325 million in public funding. That's roughly 27%. Globe Life Field, $1.2 billion. The city paid $500 million. That's roughly 41%.
Okay.
Just by comparison. All right. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, this is in a different economic climate, too, here. And the city of Arlington is not the city of Tampa by any stretch. So, it's kind of apples to oranges, I think, with trying to compare the two here.
And Jerry wanted to own everything.
Right.
So he didn't, for instance, the Rays aren't going to own this building that they're paying $1.4 billion for. The county is going to own it.
Yep.
So
and that's not the case here. So
yeah. And so there's a lot of things that go into that. It gives Jerry a lot of freedom to do things that maybe he otherwise wouldn't be able to do. Yep. And that was his choice. Yeah. And I think I'm pretty sure the Braves were 55-45 public to private. I don't know what the Kansas City deal is, but it looks like it's a lot more public than private. So, and that's just the cost of doing business, of why that's how bad these other municipalities who run the numbers, they understand it. And especially for Kansas City, who just lost the Chiefs to across the state line, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we haven't talked about this. I wanted to get to this real quick too. A lot of talk about the SEC coming out yesterday and saying players are not going to be able to go back to college once they enter the NFL, and all these stiff penalties. But is that for next year? Are they still allowing LSU to accept these players this year? Is that the plan, or is this new rule going to affect this year?
Yeah, is it retroactive
forward?
Or is it
I don't know.
Starting next year? That's a good question. I don't know.
I was the article that I was reading. It didn't really state, but the SEC. It's funny. The SEC came out with a statement saying we don't like it, but we're not going to do anything about it. And then the Big Ten said we're going to do something about it. We are not going to allow it. And then the SEC came back the next day and said, okay, yeah, we're not going to allow it either. We're going to set a rule against it, which I thought was interesting. And hopefully this does not become part of regular business. And the NFL came out yesterday as well and said we're not going to allow players to go back and forth. That's not going to be something that works. So, but again, I don't know if they can enforce that because the legal system says they can. So that's going to be an interesting fight again. And I'm so tired about talking about lawyers and lawsuits in college football. We got a football game Saturday night, by the way, which I will be attending in Tallahassee. Can't wait for that. Looking forward to the spear hitting the Indian head, the Seminole head right there in the middle of Doak Campbell Stadium. Be interesting to see how many people show up. They've had a record amount of booster contributions at Florida State, which is amazing. Now, a lot of that is from people buying the luxury boxes and everything in the new stadium configuration. So that's part of it. But they've had a record in terms of booster giving. Now they just got to figure out they have a new general manager who helped build the 23 undefeated team, who is back. And hopefully that will be the difference. And hopefully he picked the right quarterback in Ashton Daniels. And we shall see on Saturday night. It all gets started week 0. Actually, 1 o'clock or noon? UNC TCU from Dublin, game with FSU played in a couple of years ago that I went to. Really, really fun stadium. That was such a great trip. And that was the kind of the beginning of the end. And they had every chance to win that game. Every chance to win that game. They were driving for the game-winning score, I believe, and fumbled. If they win that game, they beat Georgia Tech, who ended up having a really good season. Yeah. Maybe things are different. I don't know. But be interesting.
JP, according to the Associated Press, that rule is effective this season.
So they're not going to allow these players to come back, play for LSU?
Like Daquan Wright, under the rule, cannot play for LSU this year.
Wow.
That's got a kick in the crotch to Lane Kiffin, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Big time, because he orchestrated that whole thing.
Yeah.
When those guys got the 5th year, they said, well, let's sue to get him back here. I think he was counting on those guys.
And of course, this will go to court again. It's going to be like the Brendan Sorsby thing, right? Like it probably is going to carry on for a little while with people suing people and whatever, court involvement. So, that's the way it stands now, but that could change.
Yeah. So do you think, like with the Sorsby thing, he won his injunction. He was able to play. But Texas Tech finally got so much heat, they said, forget it. We're just not worth it. It's not worth it. But that's not going to happen at LSU. It's just the opposite. It's like, screw you people. If I get an edge, I'm going to get an edge.
After all of this, do you think Sorsby should get a do-over? Like, all this other crap happening now? Like, I get it's not necessarily gambling, but...
He made so many bad choices. He made so many bad choices. It's hard for me to give him grace. I mean, I would like to see him be able to play somewhere. You know,
I'd love to see him play. He's good. I'd love to see him play.
He's a really good player. Now, is he staying on the roster at Texas Tech and playing in practice? I'd heard that was something he was considering. Nope. So he's just left.
He's working out privately. They still consider him part of the team, but he's not taking up a roster spot. Not that matters in college, but he's working out privately. Last time he was here in Dallas. Last time I heard.
Interesting.
Out. But in other news, in Texas Tech, JP, Tommy Castellanos possibly joining the Red Raiders as a backup quarterback.
As a backup quarterback?
Yeah, he's not better than Will Hammond. Will Hammond's he's the clear cut.
He's probably not better than the backup either.
Yeah, maybe not. But that's.
He's not a quarterback. He's not a quarterback. That was such a disaster last year. Although he beat Alabama. He did beat Alabama. Shocking development. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to probably get into some public comment at the city. We'll get to your comments as well. We'll get to do a little bit more Bucs talk as they get set to take on the Jags, and whatever else you guys want to bring up and talk about, put it into comments. You could do that on YouTube. You could do that on Twitter or X machine, the JP Peterson Show. You can also do it on Facebook for all those people on Facebook that are coming at me. Love you people. Love you people. We are brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance, soon to be AJ Gallagher Insurance, 813-877-7799. That means you'll have more options to save. So when you do the old insurance checkup and they do all the work, you save all the money, they'll have more options to give you a better deal. They've saved me hundreds, thousands of dollars just on my auto insurance last year. They saved us like exactly $1,000 when they put us with a new company. So that's big money. It's big money, at least in my world, folks. So, and all we did was call the number, 813-877-7799. They'll shop all your insurance needs around. Because, some of those insurance companies, they tick up your rates year after year after year. It's a little bit more, and you don't really care. You just want to stay with the same one. Let them shop it around. Could be hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. 813-877-7799. Back in 3. Hey, Tampa Bay, it's time to get your AC unit ready for summer. And here at Third Generation Plumbing and Mechanical, we recommend getting ahead of the game, keeping your family cool before the hot summer months with one of our maintenance agreements in the hopes of avoiding the dreaded emergency service call. Our maintenance agreements include, we'll test the electrical components, check and tighten high and low voltage wire connections. We'll check the refrigerant for manufacturer's performance levels, test thermostats, calibrate if needed, clean the evaporator coil and condenser coil, and clear and treat the drain line and drain pans. Just call us at 813-961-8024 for the special rates, and a human will actually answer. 813-961-8024 or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by Guinness. Got Guinness on the mind. Genesis of Tampa.
Yes, please.
Where you can get a cold Guinness, I think. Get a cold Guinness right over here in the sports bar. Oh, I might have to have one of those tonight. Absolutely. Genesis and Guinness of Tampa, whatever you like. Get hammered to go over and buy a car. How about that? Do that. Here's my live read. Head on over to Genesis of Tampa. It is a lovely place to shop. Really fun people over there. There's always something going on over there. They're giving away something or some type of lottery you can get in to save money on car. But I can tell you this, no payments. If you still buy it before September 1, no payments for 3 months, 90 days. That's pretty cool. They're giving away free gasolino, dale gasolino, as Big O says on the commercial. Dale gasolina, I think it is. Isn't that a song? Anyway, Genesis of Tampa is the place to go. 801 East Bears Avenue. Phenomenal cars, great deals, great folks in the community. We love them. And it's Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. And Mike Murphy, part owner of the Rays, will be here with us celebrating tomorrow night when we get the final vote from the county. Don't ruin my weekend, you voters. Don't ruin my weekend. Don't ruin my life. It would ruin my life if this fails. Let's just be honest about the whole thing.
What are you going to do with this? What are you going to do, JP, this weekend if for some reason this goes south?
Go south.
You going to hang out on a bridge somewhere?
Go south.
Contemplate life?
Like Ecuador, I think is nice.
Hey,
this time
Costa Rica's nice this time of year.
Yeah, I think that'd be the universe telling me to get the F out. Yeah, absolutely. So if those of you who are pushing, I shouldn't have given them another reason to vote no. That was a bad idea.
JP, we're on item 63, something about East Bush Boulevard.
Oh, God, East Bush. You don't want to hang out on East Bush. It's all about this, says milk was a bad choice this morning.
Milk was a bad choice.
I went away from cow's milk for a long time, and then I came back to it.
Is there other milk?
Because about 17 different milks.
Almond milk? Please tell me you weren't drinking almond milk.
Almond milk. I was for a while, yeah.
I've never milked an almond in my life. I don't know how that's possible.
Almond milk, peanut milk.
Oh,
there's a million milks. All kinds of milk.
It's got to be cow milk, and it's got to be whole. Don't give me any of this other crap. Skim.
Josh asked, what time is the actual vote today? Probably around 2 o'clock. That's what Alan told me. But no telling. He said, that's what we think, 1:30, 2 o'clock, depending on how long the public comment goes. So it could be later. We just don't know. It's democracy in action, folks. We got to get the public comment, even though I think these votes are probably already decided. But if there was a large showing, either positively or negatively, especially if it's all negative people getting up there and speaking, there could be a little bit of a waffling going on. But I just don't see it. I don't see it.
JP, tell me, does this look like who I think it looks like? Sitting in the, that look like David Price?
A little bit.
Little bit, right? Sitting in the audience?
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be older than that now, right? Like, certainly he'd be older than that now.
Yeah.
I mean, black don't crack, so maybe not.
Huh. Good catch.
Yeah.
Good catch.
I was
That'd
like,
be interesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Something I saw. I don't know.
I think it could get spicy. But that's why we kind of left the this hour open. See what happens there to kind of get spicy. The the Big O was supposed to call us, or we talked a little bit about it. I don't want to throw him under the bus here. So he's if he's able to step out and call, he may call us. So,
or he can just call from the chamber there, from the audience, and just talk on the phone to us live.
Speakerphone, especially. Speakerphone. I'm sure the chair will love that.
Who wants to say hi to JP Peterson?
Yeah, what is somebody is in here who we were taught. I brought that up. The Latinos. Where is he? Right brain. There he goes. He says, it's because we are a loud and proud culture, JP. You will never understand, gringo. LOL. You know it. You guys love doing that. Ay, caramba. You're telling me, I can understand like every sixth word of the conversation. Like this lady was definitely at it with her auntie. She had it with her, and she's not coming over to the house anymore. It was going to get it. She muy loco. I kind of picked up on that. Danny Boy reminds us, AirPods are your friends, folks. Use them. Here's another one from Dale Simpson. It says, we had the bright idea of taking Amtrak down to Miami for a cruise. Chick behind us on speakerphone, full volume, the entire 5-hour ride.
Oh, God.
Good thing they have a beverage cart. First of all, my man Dale, grow a pair. You got to say something, man. You got to say something. I mean, excuse me, ma'am. Can you
shut the F up?
Use your headphones or something. Really don't want to listen to your whole conversation. I mean, there was a dude. I was from time to time. I like to our apartment complex has this beautiful room overlooking 6th floor, overlooking the bay. So I'll go up there and get some work done. So the refrigerator's not 5 seconds away from my fingers, so I can actually get work done at home. I can't sit in my house. I gotta get outside the house. Too many distractions.
Yeah.
So I go up there, and this guy's he's in a meeting, and he's got his laptop open, and he's got it on full volume in a public place, and it's loud. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay, well, we give him a couple minutes here, and it's like this is going on for like 5-6 minutes.
Oh my God.
So I just, politely walked over and I said, and he had earbuds in too. Like, why do you have an earbud in? And then also your laptop is at volume 10. And so I just said, excuse me, do you mind like lowering that or just putting it on your earbud? He's like, oh yeah. Sorry. Like, how do you not know?
Was it maybe coming across his earbuds and the laptop or something? I don't know, but that's weird.
That might have been it. He just didn't realize it because that was like weird. I'm like, are people really this rude? Yeah, and he was an insurance salesman making insurance calls.
There you go.
Bro, I do not. And I had my earbuds in with music turned all the way up, and I could still hear it. That's how loud it was. Like, damn. Brian Heupel says the anticipation of this vote is killing me. Are you guys I literally woke up at like 5:30 this morning, completely stressed. Tried to go back to sleep. No freaking way. Yeah, I just think this is taking a physical toll on my health, Timmy. It's not good.
It will probably get an ulcer.
Yeah.
You know what kills ulcers? Guinness.
Yes. Chris Cole says some people have their Bible on their phone, but still should turn off their notifications at least. What does the Bible have to do?
Bible's not going to make any noise.
I have the Bible on my phone. Absolutely. I have the Bible app. Love the Bible app.
I have the sports Bible on my phone.
The sports Bible? That a thing?
It's a thing, yeah.
I just use ChatGPT. Ross Blacker says, Hertac doesn't support anything. Difficult to deal with on all issues. Yeah. These are the people, and I was talking with somebody about this, said all the opposition that's coming up, he goes, it's the usual people that hate everything. They hate building anything and everything. They're just against everything. And I understand you want to be, the defender of the little people, blah, blah, blah. But it's so counterproductive in this particular case. Because who do you think's going to man most of the jobs in the bars and the restaurants? And I don't mean that pejoratively by the little people. I'm talking about the hardworking people that actually make this country run, that actually do shit. and they make good wages. You will make good wages at bars and restaurants working right across the street from a baseball stadium. You will make a shit ton of money to feed your family and live your life. That's a good thing for your constituents. Zach Killey says in a Joe Bucks fan article about TJ Reeves, he mentioned Jay Retcher or Rachel West for the sideline gig. Any thoughts on that job and those candidates? I know Rachel. Rachel know her well and like her. She's a sweetheart. She was the producer for our Lightning postgame show. But as far as I know, she's extremely inexperienced. And as we said yesterday, this job is not for the faint of heart. Not that she can't do it. Jay, like, the dude, no, 100% no, 1,000% no. Really doesn't know football. I work with the guy. He's a baseball guy. Doesn't know the game. And as far as being an on-air talent, brutal. Yeah, I guess, forget it.
I just don't understand.
People will call me a dick for saying it, but it is what it is.
I don't understand the need for them to shake things up so dramatically, because you had to know when you hired Tony that TJ was going to leave. You had to know that.
Yeah. You had to know that. And again, you want to walk into an NFL locker room after they just got their ass handed to them for the 6th game, and you have to fill for an hour doing interviews. Do you have any idea how hard that is? No disrespect to Jay or Rachel, but they are not, in my opinion, they are not prepared for that job. And I'll be honest with you. Somebody asked me if I wanted the job. It would conflict with my Lightning duties too much anyway. But that's a tough job. Would I like that job if I could do both? Sure, absolutely. I've been doing this for 40 years. I've been in those situations, as has TJ Reeves. And it takes every bit of my experience to be able to do that. You want to hand that off to somebody who's inexperienced? That is not a good idea. And I could not believe Jeff Ryan would do that. That would stun me. That would absolutely stun me. If you don't bring somebody in here with some NFL chops, that's a mistake. And as I said about Tony, I keep it real to you folks. I'm supposed to, as a member of the media, blow smoke up everybody's ass. That's also in the media. I don't mind being disliked. It's okay, because I'm going to keep it real with you guys. And people tell me I suck all the time. I get it. I may not be your cup of tea as a sports talk show host. Fine. And I don't mind you saying it. I'm not going to weep like a wussy if you say I suck. I'll be like, okay, whatever. But at least you're being honest. Most people won't do it. They'll be disliked. As the big dog told me, bro, if you're going to do this job right, you got to be okay with being disliked. He's right. 100%. It'd be easy for me to come on here and tell you how wonderful everybody is. If you want my opinion, that's my opinion. It's a tough job. And TJ did it with incredible aplomb. Love that word. Really good. And, Tony, he's okay. But you replace a legend like that, and you replace a guy that was going to take over, that everybody loves and is a really good play-by-play guy and knows this team and has all the historical perspective that you need to recount at the moment a play happens. TJ would be able to say, remember back in 1974, 78? We weren't born until 76. I mean, you remember all those games that he covered. I remember when Mike Evans was in, with the Saints, that fight that he got in, blah, 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 blah. It's just instant recall of those things that add perspective to the broadcast. That, I'm sorry, Tony will never have that. Unless you're here doing it every single day to the level of detail. You can study all you want. But unless to replace a guy that's been there on the sidelines doing it for 21 years, the wealth of knowledge that we will not get because they chose somebody else, it's a disastrous decision, in my opinion. I can't say that enough. But listen, I love the Bucs, love the people who run it over there. They got a lot more information than me. There are other things I'm sure that they were thinking about. It's their decision. But if you're asking me my opinion, I would say it's a really, really poor decision. And as I said many times, disrespectful to the fans and doesn't really, not that a whole lot of people listen to the game on the radio, it's rare. But when you have a great one and somebody who has that knowledge, I much would rather listen to Gene and Dave. And now we have a lot of these streaming services. They will give you the option of listening to the radio call or listening to and I would choose Gene and Dave and TJ over Jonathan Vilma and whoever they're doing. 1,000%.
I don't know anybody here locally, JP, that would rather listen to some generic national TV broadcast than the local, Brad Sham, Babe Laufenberg broadcast that we have. I mean, that's everybody. We used to do that already. You would try to sync your radio to the TV by pausing your TV and turn the TV volume down and turn your radio volume up and watch the game that way. I've been doing that since the 80s. I mean, you couldn't pause your TV back then, but you know what I mean? You could. Yeah. We've been doing that for years. So.
Yeah. And now they have earbuds. I think you can even do it on your phone where you can tap into the radio call and sync it.
Yeah.
It's live anyway. So you're at the game. You can listen to it. It's much, and the way Gene and TJ, when he did it as well, added that extra emotion. I heard some of Tony's calls this past week and, it was like, not a whole lot there. I would say pick it up. Give me a little bit more energy. David Terry reminds us that was a hell of a good time in Dublin. It was, man. I would go back and do that in a heartbeat. That we went to game day where Kurt was on the dais, months after he snubbed FSU, right? That's where we came up with the FU. I'm going to get a Guinness.
Yeah.
That was the genesis of that.
That was it. That's right.
Yeah. And then we did two shows from bars and
FU, and FU. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
And I did that, by the way. I actually went up to the dais.
Actually went and got a Guinness.
Pointed it. Yeah, all of them went right down the line. FU. And I went and got a Guinness. That's exactly what I did.
That's awesome.
But walking from that's down there with Trinity College is just gorgeous. That whole backdrop that they had was just so fantastic. So walking from Trinity College, about 2 mile walk to the stadium, and the road was just lined with pubs. So you just walk 2 blocks, stop. We started walking like 3-4 hours early. Go to a pub, tons of FSU fans, Georgia Tech fans. Go to the next pub. So by the time you get there, you're just hammered. It was great. The stadium was really cool. It was a great time. It was a fantastic time until they kicked the game-winning field goal. The rat bastard, rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. All right, still nothing happening?
We're on item 80, Tampa Bay Rays development agreement.
Oh, we are up. Okay. Stand by. Let's go ahead and take a break. And we'll come back and reset and see what's going on. And we will, somebody asked me what time I'm heading down there, Bucs Skull game, about right after I'm done here. So I should arrive about 12:30, maybe earlier, and see if we can get in. Well, I will get in there because I'm media. Yes, public comments are about to start. All right, kids, stay tuned. Historic day in Tampa Bay. We'll break it all down for you, what it all means. We'll get your comments as well. We are back in 3. Stay with us. JP here for Genesis of Tampa. And as you know, I purchased a GV70, a 2023, about 3 months ago. Just had the service done, the valet service. They came here to the studio, picked up the car while I was doing the show, went and serviced it, brought it back like I never even knew it was gone. And if I needed it, they bring me a loaner as well. The service is absolutely incredible. The car, I've been driving it for a while, and I could not love it more. The performance, the luxury, the looks you get, it's pretty cool. It's a GV70. Right now, they have a lease starting at $329 for the GV70, at $369 for the bigger GV80. You've got to go test drive these cars, folks. I'm telling you, the value that you get for the money, it feels like the absolute top of the line, and it is, but it's a fraction of the cost. You got to go test drive them. Tell them JP sent you. 801 East Bears Avenue, just off of 275. You will not regret it. Genesis of Tampa. As the Rays enjoy being back in their Tropicana Field home this season that was ravaged by Hurricane Milton, Italiano Insurance wants to remind us all how important it is to be properly insured. 40% of you are underinsured. That can mean financial disaster. Let the experienced and friendly agents at Italiano shop your policies for the best price and the right coverage. Italiano saved me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year, over $500 on our homeowners insurance. They can do the same for you. That's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Cost less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with our all-star agents at Italiano Insurance, or call our Boca Grande office at 941-964-0400. From I do to I still do, the Golden Diamond Source is there for you at every special moment in your lives. Yes, I went shopping there for my engagement ring, and it's not actually family, but it sure feels like family with Julie and Steve Weintraub, great philanthropists here in the Tampa Bay area. They've been doing this business for over 40 years. Thousands of customers have bought that perfect ring at the Golden Diamond Source. No matter what your budget is, they will guide you through your first diamond purchase to upgrading your Golden Diamond Source diamond at 100% of its value for a bigger, better diamond. 100% of your diamond's value. You can't get that anywhere else. Enjoy their beautiful, relaxing bridal salon and select for the most extensive collection of diamond engagement rings anywhere. Wedding bands, anniversary rings, it's all there. Go see them at the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Omerton Road, and please tell them JP sent you. Just over the bridge from Tampa Bay. It's the easiest place to shop for that perfect diamond. Hey guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out: $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch, and everything is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. Well, we know there are roofing scammers everywhere, so for ultimate transparency, my friends at Pitch Roofing built something called the Pitch Partner Portal. And it is live right now at partner.pitchroofing.com. See, when you roof with Pitch, you're not just a customer, you are a partner. Every partner gets a private account. You can see your entire project in one place, where it stands, your documents, photos, your balance, and your team. You want an answer at 11 o'clock at night? It's all right there. They also built a free roofing calculator in-house on that same site, so you can get an estimate. And unlike these other websites, you don't have to talk to anyone if you don't want to, and they do not sell your information to other companies. You are never turned into a lead. It all stays with Pitch. Now, right now, the portal is open to all of their Tampa Bay area partners, and Delray Beach, Orlando, the Villages are coming soon. So if you've been thinking about your roof, start at pitchroofing.com or call 727-67-PITCH. That's 727-677-4824. Transparency right in your pocket. That, folks, is roofing done right.
It's roofing done right.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the Gold and Diamond Source. Always the place to go if you're looking for that perfect ring. They only sell real diamonds. Do not start your relationship, your marriage with a fake diamond. That's a really bad idea. So get on over there. The best service, the best prices, the best selection, 0% interest, the diamond savings account. Your diamond never loses its value, and the best staff in the business. They're not going to try to oversell you. They're going to enlighten you as to the 4 C's and make sure you know what you're buying, and you know what you're buying is real. And it's they're not going to screw you over because they've been in business for over 40 years. It's not like if you're buying something online or someplace where you don't know that. Stay with a noted, reputable dealer, and that's the Gold and Diamond Source. 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com. All right, we're into public comment. I want to get a couple more items in here. By the way, Bucks Skull game. I don't know how many times I told you. I'm going down there at 12:30 after I'm done here. I'll be there about 12:30. Okay? And be so annoying. What else we got? All right, let's join it live. Let's see what's going on as we have comment.
You want volume with this too, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, of course. Yes. I'm trying to see who this is.
And it's simply putting it here so it's there so everyone knows that the money coming back from the increment will be used to pay down that money that's used to reimburse. And there's one other change we'd like to make, and that is there's conditions for our payment. There's conditions in the agreement before we would make the first $20 million payment. There's a number of conditions. One of those conditions is that the CRA, the county, and the city will enter into the revised Second Amendment interlocal agreement to effectuate all the CRA issues that are addressed in the agreement. And what this does is simply make this one change here on the second paragraph that I highlighted, simply makes that condition cannot be waived. It cannot be waived. It has to be complied with.
This is a Carlson thing.
Just so I get to the end, and then I'll come back and talk about the
that he negotiated with Babby,
the city,
to keep the CRAs in there.
Forward today, what I'd need is a motion, and I'm going to focus on the development and funding agreement. A motion to approve the resolution that's before you.
Okay, that's Carlson's resolution.
These couple of changes, and I'm going to address the community benefits agreement shortly. We need to address that issue as well. So I would need a motion to approve the resolution, propose these changes and the funding agreement. So now let me back up for everybody so we can talk through the major components that involve the city of Tampa. And those are, first, the $80 million. Dennis Rajero, the Chief Financial Officer, will discuss how that $80 million is generated within the city's organization. That's for him to discuss. But that $80 million would be paid if all the conditions are met. By the way, there's a number of conditions, including that CRA condition, that there would be 4 payments made over 4 fiscal years. Those payments, again, I want to make sure that sentence is there, will be paid based on a reimbursement model that will reimburse them for completed public improvements. We're not going to advance the money. We're going to pay it only when the improvements have been completed. The improvements that we're talking about are for public, I got to get this right, public horizontal capital improvements. It's a term that's in the agreement. It's defined at the end of the agreement, and it's basically infrastructure. I mean, it's a big paragraph. There are a lot of things in there, but it's roads, sewer, water. I mean, that's one thing that's been said from the beginning. The city's money would go to infrastructure. Again, it's a broad definition, but it would, so the $80 million would go for, and I'm going to reiterate it one more time and then move on, 4 payments, 4 fiscal years on a reimbursement basis for completed infrastructure, and 4 basically infrastructure as defined in the definitions. Now on the other side, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's the tax increment that we've been talking about, or has been talked about. And it's basically provided in Exhibit E. And what's been discussed and what will be required by the city will be, first, that we're going to need to contract out the college property out of the existing Drew Park CRA. We need to contract that out, so that's going to involve the council and the CRA. We need to contract it out so that the rest of the Drew Park CRA will remain intact. But basically the college's property, which is what will be the ballpark and the mixed-use project, will then be taken out of the CRA. What's proposed in this agreement is then a application can be made. I'm pretty sure it can be done concurrently, or certainly we can start the process, where a community development district would be placed within the new development for the ballpark and the mixed use. There may be one or two. A community development district, some of you know, is a local government of special purpose. It's a special purpose government.
These are all
Chapter
the
190,
conditions that
subject to
Carlson
government in the sunshine,
wanted
public
in the
records, audit.
agreement and
As
that
a
the Rays
five-person
agreed
board,
to.
it's a governmental
It
entity.
was
The intent of that
taken
is to
out
create the
mistakenly, quote, quote,
Then
or
we'll enter
maybe
into
on
interlocal
purpose,
agreement
and then
between
had to be
county,
put back in.
the city,
And that's what they're doing right
and
now. If
the
you're wondering why we're
CED,
doing this now at such a late
which
date,
that interlocal agreement
that's why.
will
Not
further
because of the Rays
define
wanted
the
to
money
make
that will
changes.
come from
This was interagency
home rule TIF.
squabbling
So
here.
for everyone here, what
for lack
am
of a
I
better
mean by a
term.
home rule TIF? Home
As far
rule
as
TIF is basically
I've been told.
we have the inherent right, the county and the city, to create a tax increment. Tax increment pretty much means, other than school board, SWIFT-MUD, they still get their money, but when you create a home rule TIF, that money can be designated for a particular area instead of back into the general fund. So Exhibit E provides
So the money
a tiered system
that comes in from the TIF,
that Dennis will go through,
which I believe
that
is sales
provides
tax and property
basically a
tax,
split between
comes back
what
to pay back the
TIF
city.
money will go to the city and the county, and what TIF money would go to the CDD. The interlocal agreement will describe how that money can be used in addition to what's in this agreement. And the money that is generated, and again, Dennis will go through it, but there's early on, the county and the city.
This is
get
the
a
city
higher
attorney, by
percentage
the way,
because there's a certain.
who's been involved in all the negotiations.
Development level
Sorry, I don't
of
know his
development
name.
occur, and the percentages increase for the CDD/Rays to incentivize them to actually build more square footage. Exhibit E provides that it's noted on Exhibit E, and will be also, if we could please approve this, that money that the city gets. Now, again, we're going to share the money with the county, but our actual amount is higher because our taxes are higher, so we get more of that TIF. The money that comes in from the TIF will go to pay down the $80 million plus interest.
Okay. Let's come back here, Timmy. I'm going to get Big O on the phone here. We're going to talk a little baseball here. If anything breaks. Oh, hold on. Forget it.
About these particular portions, can you
Yeah, hang
please
on,
have
it's a
that
process
portion
here.
on the
I'll
the
pull up
Elmo or
Sure.
whatever it is? So because
All right.
All right. So we'll keep you posted on all this. Basically, what this has been the back and forth all week of the Carlson stuff, which we have discussed. So I'm not going to go back over that. Bottom line is, a lot of you guys are asking in the comments, when's the vote? Once again, they're going to break at 12. There'll be public comment after the city attorney details these final details that are in the deal. And it is ridiculous that it's come down to this. It's this long, and what the city is doing here. All you need to do is look at the county and how buttoned up they have been all along. They understand the deal. All of the county commissioners have been well versed on it. They haven't bitched and moaned about not being in the negotiations. They are just handling their business like most places should handle their business. What the city has been doing for their very small portion is all about the mayoral election, in my opinion, and all silly politics. This deal should have been easily digested and done weeks and weeks ago. But here we are. The vote will come around 2:00. There'll be more public comment. I'll be headed down there, and we'll have a full report on tomorrow's show and let you know what's going on. So again, none of this is a surprise. What we've heard from the county attorney this morning, Lynn Hertak is going to push back and yell and scream about why didn't we get this before and blah, 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 blah. Get it all. It's, she's going to be a no vote. We don't know what Maniscalco is going to do. Charlie's going to be a no vote. We expect Clendenin to be a yes. We expect Carlson to be a yes, Nia Young to be a yes, and Luis Vieira to be a yes. That's what we expect, but anything can happen. If it gets, all the reports I'm getting here, we have it in our chat. Where's Devin? Devin said there's a lot of Rays fans here, a lot of jerseys. So there should be a lot of pro people stepping up. Hopefully they'll keep it short and we'll get this thing voted on by 2:30. All right. That's the plan. Trying to see if there's any other comments or questions in here. That's your take. Yes, that's my takeaway for all of you people. So Brian Reed asked, so this deal could die over 80 million? That's the whole point. It's not going to die over 80 million. If by some reason this goes wacky today at the city, the county will cancel their vote for tomorrow. And this is what Ken Hagan has been talking about, that there are certain people on this city dais that want to tank this deal and are doing everything they can to tank the deal and affect other members on the council. So if by some reason something crazy happens and they don't get this vote doesn't go through, they will regroup, find out what it is they exactly want. As Alan said a month ago on this show, we'll either find a way around it or through it. So right now we're trying to go through it, and that's what's happening. But again, this deal is not going to die for the 80 million of the city. More than anything, it's not even the money. They need the city to sign on and be part of this for zoning, infrastructure, all of that stuff. And they want the city to be part of the benefits package as well. And why the city commissioners couldn't figure that out, I have no idea. But again, I still expect this to be a 4-3 vote by the end of the day. So that's what we're hoping for.
We should have Big O here whenever you're ready, JP.
All right, let's talk some baseball. It's Orestes de Estrade on the line. What's up, partner? How are you?
I'd like to be a little better, but I'm a little bit on the IL, a little nicked up, helping out my nephew a couple of weekends ago, and then my son this past weekend moving to his new place in Orlando. My back decided to kind of get a little crappy. I mean, I know
we're too old for this shit, partner. That's why we hire people to do this now. Come on,
we got to do what we got to do. What we got to do for our family. But I picked and I decided. Well, if I want to be able to get through the full day celebration, if this thing goes the way that it should go, I decided let me hold off on going down there and go to my chiropractor, Dr. Mayer, instead of going
Good
there
call.
and then go tomorrow to the county vote and spend the whole day hopefully celebrating this thing on our shows, both shows, and then into the evening and catch the Bucs play and the Rays play. So this is. I mean, before we get into the great game that was yesterday, this is monumental, man. And I was just actually was listening to something this morning, and it happened to be about, because I'm a big hoops fan, and it is about Klay Thompson, and maybe going to the Heat, right? So I'm like, and all that stuff, and he's going to the Heat, and what that means. But then it kind of got me to thinking of the Golden State Warriors, and back in 2019, the Golden State Warriors moved from not as sexy Oakland to the bigger city of San Francisco, to the bigger stadium and arena and all that. So, but they kept it, in the Bay Area. They are, the Bay Area's superstar basketball team and multiple championships. So this is kind of the similar thing. You don't want to lose it. You want to keep the team. There's two things for me that stand out in this deal. Beyond all the major things, JP, that have to do with millions and tens of millions, the 80 million, the almost 800 million, the 1.3 million. And that is one, education, right? Because it solidifies that incredible education package for kids that come from middle on down scenario, right? So that's Hillsborough College. And then number 2 is just not losing the team. I think that can't be said enough, that you cannot lose this team. So
right.
That's just paramount.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what this city would be like without a baseball team. I've never lived here. 1 year. I got here in 97, and they started in 98. So I've never lived in Tampa without a baseball team. I can't imagine what it would be like. So let's not do that.
JP, do you think the Bucks are cheering for this failure?
Well, I think that was pretty obvious.
Interesting question.
I don't, the way you put it, maybe. I don't think the Bucks would
might
like
be a
it.
strong word, but you think maybe over in the corner, like
let's just put it this way: the letter from the TSA prioritizing the Bucks. I think that says it all. I think that says it all. I mean, like I said, they can say what they want, but do they want a competitor for sponsors and mixed use right next door to them from a business standpoint? No. As a community partner, do they want to appear to be very much in favor of it? Yes. Right. I mean, let's all be big boys and understand it. Are they going to be heartbroken if it happens? No. Are they going to still thrive if it happens? No. Yes, they are. They are going to thrive. It makes the game day experience at Raymond James better because so many people are going to use that entertainment complex before they come to football games. Yeah. I mean, obviously they don't get a piece of that money, which I'm sure, and they want to. Yeah.
I think they want the whole control is what they want. Yeah. No, I think they want the whole control of that situation. If it was I don't know. Listen, it's up to them. They probably like, how come we didn't think about this and just control that land and do all this other shit? But I'm telling you, part of it. That's part of it. No doubt about it. Good question, Timmy.
Yeah, I think that, and I think they're going to build their own mixed use thing in the, which they should.
It's not going to be as dramatic. Yeah. It's not going to be as dramatic. I mean, it's that what is it, lot 14 there? Or
lot 14 just north of the stadium, between where their training facility, they own all that. So they would be brilliant to put one up there. And then they have all the game day activations that are associated with the Buccaneers. So they can do their pregame parties and everything there, and they can make money off of that. Be Buccaneer Village. I mean, if you're going to the tailgate before the game, would you go to Buccaneer Village or would you go to Rays Village? You'd probably go to Buccaneer Village, right? But it enhances the entire experience for everybody. So it's not a horrible thing for the Buccaneers, but it's competition. I mean, it's simple as that. It is.
It's as simple as that. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about Fantastic Freddy yesterday and his 32% use of the changeup yesterday.
Yeah. Listen, we said it the last time that we spoke about Freddy's Not Dead, as I like to call him. Listen, every start has been progressively better, right? The last one before this one, I noticed not only was the spin rate and the seemingly snappier fastball, but all of a sudden he was using a changeup more, and I think he used it like low 20s in that game, and he's buying in to the system. So it almost like makes sense that here he is, 20 days, into the system with the great Kyle Snyder, and they're in between starts, they're talking, they're going through it. Nick Martinez is telling him, dude, follow this guy. Listen to what he's done. Look what he's done for me. I've got 14, et cetera, et cetera. And we saw the fruits of the labor yesterday, which, just an effortless 6 innings, two hits, phenomenal. No runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks, and that use of the changeup, JP, I thought was phenomenal. He just looked great. So this is the fruits of the labor of having a talent. Because I tell you right now, when they're panning on Kyle Snyder, and I think they're doing a great job with the director and the producer of the show, of the broadcast, to pan back and forth, and you almost like like a concerned father. You know what I mean? And you're seeing Cal Snyder, watching him and everything and studying him and talking to his assistant, Knapp, his assistant pitching coach. And there, you could just see that the wheels are turning with Snyder. Okay, he's doing this right, he's doing this right. I mean, they did the same thing, a wonderful job when Manny Rodriguez came out for that first, appearance a couple days ago. So he's just looking like he's getting it. And when you have that much talent that has lost its way and you bring him to a guru, you've seen it in other sports, brother. That then you get magic. You get true magic.
Yeah, and I
I
think
love it. And I'm going to throw in one more thing. Oh, by the way, first game that all three of them shine, and all three meaning the trades that the main trades that the Rays did at the trade deadline. Hicks drives in or catches, most of the game until Piper came in the pitch run. Drives in a key sac fly, gets a knock. Obviously Peralta with the great 6 innings, and then you can't overlook that Tyler Wells comes in because you have to save Baker. Baker had thrown 3 days before the 25th, and it was like 33 pitches. Lost one game, but that was, and listen, that was, with extra innings with a man on second. That shit doesn't count. They shouldn't even count on the records for the pitchers. I hate that man on second thing.
I don't think it does,
it's
actually.
old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But, regardless, you're still throwing pitches, right? So he threw 33 pitches in 3 straight days. You had to find somebody to put out the fire, and show and close that game. And it looked, he was set perfectly. Wells hadn't thrown that much in the road trip, and he goes out and not only gets 1, 2, 3, but he gets 2 lefties. And for those that are thinking, well, why, there was 2 lefties coming up the bat, why didn't you bring in, Boozer or something? The guy's a beast against lefties.
That's
right. The crazy thing, he's a reverse split guy. Lefties hit under 200 off of this dude. He's got 37 strikeouts. Because of the changeup and how well he spots his cutter and slider, he's actually tougher on lefties and righties. He gets to save all 3. The happiest guy on that plane ride back was Eric Neander, I guarantee you.
Yep. No, it's 2 huge acquisitions right there that win you a ball game in Peralta and Tyler Wells. And Peralta now showing that he's starting to get
Hicks got an RBI.
Yeah, and that was could have been a home run. Yeah, so and that's the thing, that those guys, if they can step up, if Peralta can be that guy, and I know that's against a beat up Tigers lineup, I get it, but if he can be that guy and the changeup just keeps rolling like that, damn, I mean that's a huge deal.
Well,
that's a huge deal.
As I'm saying, he's a talent that has done it already at the high level of being, a premier National League pitcher, right? Top 5 National League pitcher for a couple straight years. You can't say that about Griffin Jack, right? You just can't. You're saying he's a talent that you're trying to mold, and the guru Snyder's trying to mold into a top 10 pitcher. Does he have the stuff? Yeah. But this guy over here in Freddy Peralta has the talent, has the stuff, and has already done it. So now it was more of a physical and mental regroup. While I think, if you have to pick, who am I starting? We talked about it on the last time you and I talked. Who are you starting in a game 4 if you've already started, Raz, Nick, and Shane? I'm handing it to Freddie if he keeps pitching like this through September.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Welch God mentions Mateo with the Jeter-esque play at short yesterday.
Yeah.
This Mateo pickup has been sneaky good. And the fact that, Taylor Walls has played a lot of shortstop this year, get him off his feet a little bit in September. So he'll be fresh for the playoffs. And you don't lose, I won't say you don't lose anything defensively, but it's not the youth and inexperience of Carson Williams. That was the huge part of it. And I think it's a stroke of genius. And he's helped out. He can help you out in pinch running. He could play a lot of different positions. Showed a little pop when he first got here. So and he made a great play yesterday. The defense looked great yesterday, and they needed to bounce back.
They did. I tell you, it's just like the acquisitions the Rays have done and added, and we saw 3 of them, actually 4 of them. You're right. Mateo too. I forgot to include that in acquisition. Though that wasn't a trade deadline. That was he's available. The Braves just released him. We'll take him. Smartly, right? Thank you very much. You have a bunch of those type of Mateo guys. We need one. Got it. Yeah. Done. Check off the list. But these acquisitions, JP, are almost like a microcosm of how the Rays do and play and their mantra. Kind of under the radar a little bit, and you're like, oh, Tyler, well, who the hell? Perfect. Tyler Ward, check it off. I mean, he's like, throws a lot of changeups. But Hicks, really? Hicks? That's the catcher you went? Perfect. The guy actually can catch a little bit, and he's a contact run producer. And then Peralta is that retread chance taker that might turn into gold. What Charlie Morton became, and what a handful of other pitchers that they've had come through here that re-energized because of the great system and obviously Snyder when it comes to the mound. The other guy I'm going to tell you that I keep on being impressed with is Johnny DeLuca and his defense. Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, this guy makes really good plays out there. Yeah. He's been good, bro. In center and in right. His diving plays all road trip long have been to be applauded, bro. So I am bought in. He's hitting over 270. He's got a bunch of RBIs. He's got like 10 jacks. He's something else. And I feel confident that I think he will be one of these guys, kind of like the Toronto guys that came out of the blue that you never knew before, Barger and these guys. And all of a sudden, I think he's kind of one of those guys that could shine in October. He's a heightened awareness type player and could do some serious damage, along with obviously, how much I like Blade. But I think Johnny is a much more contact hitter and a better outfielder. So I want him to play a whole heck of a lot through September.
Yeah. Awesome stuff, my friend. And who knows who that Randy could be? Is it Palacios getting hot? Is it Mullins getting hot? Is it Jacob Melton coming up? Is it Mesa getting hot? One of these guys that are already here could get really, really hot. You don't expect 10 home runs like a Rosarena, but we could sure some. Could be Jacob Melton coming up. Who knows? But
it could be. It could be. And it could be candidates. Jonathan Aranda. Yes. It could be Aranda who's never had a chance to really be put, prime time in the national. Because remember, Junior's gotten a lot of national pub. Yandy's got national pub because he's been so good for so long. Jonathan's the guy that could kind of, wake up in October and people will be like, who the hell is this Jonathan Aranda? I'm talking about all over the nation, right? And he's got that potential. He's been a little wishy-washy the last couple of weeks with a little too many more strikeouts than I like, but he's such a good hitter. I think I'll be honest with you, JP, I think he's tiring a little bit. I don't think people realize the wear and tear of a full major league season. Yeah. I experienced it. I could talk about it, and it's demanding, bro. And I think think about it. He's never had a full major league season. He's had minor league seasons, but at this level, at this pressure, he's never had a full major league. He was injured for 2 months last year.
Yep.
Junior did. Yandy did. So this is big for guys like Jonathan Aranda, who has so much talent, but has got to fight through this.
All right, we got breaking news, Big O, and we're going to let you go as we hit to the end of this. We will see you tomorrow at the if you can make it to the county in the morning, great. If not, we will see you at the celebration. The breaking news is Carlson's amendments have passed. So that was I'm guessing a 4-3 vote, right? Carlson's amendments have passed. And let's go back to the city council and see what's going on there. Of course, Carlson is talking. What that means is if his amendment passed, if you wanted to kill this deal, let's say if Nia Young was going to flip or Vieira was going to flip, Clendenon's not flipping, or Carlson was going to flip. I mean, he can't not vote for his own amendments. So if there was somebody going to flip, they could have killed the deal right there, and they didn't. So this is a very good sign.
Shit.
This is a great sign. Yes. Awesome.
That is a big sign. Good way to end the show, buddy.
Here we go.
So, go get them.
All right, partner. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, buddy.
I'll check in later, and we'll talk a little later this afternoon. Thanks, Timmy.
You got it.
See ya.
You got it. All right. City Council has let's get
this paragraph
volume up.
separates those two.
Yes.
So what we're doing today is only approving the city's deal, not the county's deal. So if there's something in the county's deal that somebody doesn't like, deal with that tomorrow at County Commission. If you don't like the city's deal, then tell us today. Is that a correct statement?
But I also further, once it's approved, this also makes it clear that we're not in any way obligated to any of the county's obligations.
Yeah.
So it's prospective as well.
Yeah, any of the liabilities that the county has, any debt the county has, any
There's
any
no
use
argument.
of certain funds, none of that has
Right.
anything to do
This
with
is
us.
belt and suspenders, even though I don't think we needed it, but we put it in so that's clear. So there's not going to be any bleeding between the two obligations.
All right.
Thank you so
Cool.
much.
Thank you,
All right.
Councilman Miranda.
All right. One more thing. Wait, Charlie's going to speak. Do we even want to hear this? Charlie speaking. You got to turn your mic on, Charlie. A little button there in front.
That's the CRA.
Somebody.
No, sir. No
You're
money
not?
comes from CRA. All this is talking about is contracting the Drew Park CRA for the creation of the
Explain it to me
Home
like I'm a
TIF and
5-year-old
CDD.
child,
And
because
then
I
at the same
am.
time, these other efforts
Grief.
to deal with the East Tampa CRA, the downtown, that needs to be done with the county and the city, but there's no money involved.
What we missed
No
while we
money.
were away
And
was
all of it
Lynn
has to come
Hertag
back. All of
embarrassing
those
herself.
issues
with
have to be dealt
questions.
with the CRAs
Not knowing Roman
and this
numerals.
board.
Did she screw
Go
up the
ahead,
Roman
Chip.
numerals? That's what
There's
someone
Apparently
said.
somebody in the
involved.
comment section said that.
Downtown. So why mention the CRAs then?
Because,
Where there's money, there's CRAs. That's why I'm asking.
because one of the requirements to accomplish this effort was
Confused by the
put
question.
forth that these efforts were needed to be addressed, and since we're addressing the Drew, let me back up. Since we're addressing the
Forget
Drew
it. Stop.
Park,
All right, let's be
not a
done
hard
with
thing
this.
to say,
All right, I got to
but-
get down there. Before we go, I want to put this up, the graphic for tomorrow. This is out on social media. So for all you VI Petermans and Petermans, you will be obviously welcomed in. Anybody who wants to be interested in being a subscriber is welcome as well. So if you'd like to bring something, bring it. That's all fun too. We'll have beer, we'll have pizza, we'll have hot dogs, we'll have fun. 6:30 is when it starts. We'll go to whenever. I will be at the county meeting tomorrow morning. Our show moves from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock because we think there may be a vote in the morning. And then we can get Ken Hagan on and really start the celebration and really start getting the feel for what this is going to be all about, keeping the Rays here forever. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And if by chance a vote doesn't go our way, we're still going to party. We're going to bitch and moan and watch the Rays and the Buccaneers and start cooking up our plans of revenge. True pitchforks and torches. So you don't want to miss that either. So if we win, it's Rays. If it's not, it's number one bullshit. So we're going to be.
It cracks me up how the city attorney was just literally explaining things to Charlie Miranda like he was a 5-year-old, like literally had to break it down. And so I'm watching it as you were talking, JP, and Miranda just started laughing. He says, "Okay, I get the drift now."
Yeah.
Like, so whatever the city attorney explained in that course of 4 minutes or 3 minutes, like cleared everything up, and he got the drift finally. So I don't know.
Unbelievable. Why are we talking about CRAs? Is because they were a huge part of the deal, and they're not anymore. Yeah. So it's got to be in the CRAs. Yeah. Anyway, great chat with you folks today. So I'll see you over at the city commission meeting or city council meeting here in just a few minutes. We're on our way. We'll keep your eyes on
tomorrow, right?
Yep. Showtime noon to 2 tomorrow. So Timmy will be able to hang out with us for a little while. Big O will be joining us as well. We'll have Ken Hagan on, hopefully. So depends on what goes down. We shall see. But keep your eye on all our social medias. I'll be doing some videos after this city council meeting today. I might get some interviews with Carlson and some other folks. So
They
Stay
just went
tuned
to
to all
recess,
that.
so nothing
All right.
happening right now. You're good.
All right, they're going to lunch. So are we. See you tomorrow, everybody. Go Rays. Go City Council.